What's up, everybody? I go by the name Kyle Breeze, and we're back again with the new About series. This time, it's about KGBK. This series is about the story and process of making my new album, Kids Gon Be Kids, or Kids Gon Be K.I.D.S. I hope you enjoyed this series, and I hope you stick around to enjoy the album. Thank you so much for listening. To explain, I constantly felt like I was pretending when I came to college. I felt like I was dismissing every struggle and triumph that occurred before I left home. And for a little while, I made everyone around me out to be the villains. They were so much better than me at hiding their insecurities and moving on with their lives. And yet there I was, walking through life as if I were in a tunnel with my past on one end and a very specific future on the other. So I ran and ran and ran until I could not run anymore. And this is where Money Ain't Everything came in. After Money, those feelings of cynicism and mental isolation decreased substantially. They are not completely gone, but they do not affect me in the way they used to. Nonetheless, at this point, I felt a new sense of control. I felt that I could live in the moment and enjoy the company of the people I love. Speaking of love, that was the emotion that guided me through my internal struggles. I truly love everyone and everything as one living thing to another. And that is part of the reason why I still try to smile through rough times. However, something else started to happen after Money. Those ideas I had for the follow-up to Money were rooted in new questions and feelings, but they were connected to my previously established feelings. I still had not completely overcome my concerns with mortality. I still questioned times of joy and peace because I knew they would soon end. I would imagine I was not alone in experiencing that doubt. And I tried to find answers. These answers came as I started looking backward to my childhood. This retrospective analysis began as I remembered some of the eye-opening information I learned in my psychology class. Learning about subjects such as Maslow's hierarchy of needs and the Stanford prison study helped me surround my internal struggles with context. I started to understand more about the human condition. Many of our actions are reactions to what happens around us. And many of those responses stem from how we view the world. Here is where things became interesting to me. Our worldview truly begins forming during childhood. This was an interesting find because it showed me that my growing concerns with mortality and finality were warranted. Learning about Piaget's theory explaining cognitive development was intriguing, and when discussed alongside Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the whole thing was absolutely inspiring. But one theory stuck with me more than the others. Erik Erikson's stages of psychosocial development. This theory reaffirmed the fact that our lives are a sequence of events where, just like some movies, the first few scenes are more important than we might initially realize. It also showed me that I was right on track in life as I was thoroughly questioning who I am and what my purpose is, just as a young adult going through the stages of psychosocial development should. Erikson's theory was also on track with ideas I was having for the album I wanted to make after Money. I wanted to express my confusion, bitterness, joy, and love as they pertain to the world around me with this understanding of the importance of psychosocial development. However, little did I know that these new psychological understandings will become painfully practical when my grandfather would soon pass away.